sounds of love. Hallelujah, the sunshine above. Hallelujah, the bells will go ringing and dinging from dawn till night. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, day by day.
Hallelujah,
Hallelujah, don't throw it away. Fly and spread your wings, ever cry. Be free again like a butterfly. Come along and sing with us. Hallelujah.
זוהי זכותו הטבעית של העם היהודי להיות ככל עם ועם. ההיסטוריה נעשית לא במילים אלא במעשים.
In 800 feet, turn left.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elon Gold, and we are live from Los Angeles, California. It is a true honor to celebrate Israel's, look at this, 75th anniversary with all of you. Thank you, Israel Bond supporters and advocates from all over the world for joining us here tonight. Now, I say all over the world because that's why we're doing this virtually. Monkeypox is over. We could do this live, but we want you, our supporters, our global supporters from all over the world, people who love and support Israel and Israel Bonds, to be a part of this incredible event tonight. Personally, I would rather do it in person. Of course, it's much better, especially when you're doing live comedy. And Israeli audiences are my favorite. When I go to Israel and do shows, they are the best shows. The issue is after the show when Israelis come over to me, because they end every sentence with a question. So they'll come over to me, they'll be like, you did funny show. No? I'm like, I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny. No, this is what I'm saying. The people, they were laughing. Yes? Yeah, I thought they were laughing. I'm telling you, listen to me. Everybody loved you. Nachon? I give up. So in a way, I'm glad it's not in person. But here we are, it's virtual, and it's going to be an amazing event. So thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Now, As we celebrate Israel's independence together, we reflect on the incredible journey of the Jewish people and the sacrifices made to ensure our survival. Tonight, we pay tribute to our modern-day heroes, the brave men and women of the IDF, who stand on the front lines to defend our nation. We also recognize the contributions of Israel bond investors who have helped build a strong and prosperous Israel through decades of investment. We are proud to honor our 2023 Israel Bond honorees who have dedicated their lives to supporting the State of Israel and ensuring a bright future for the Jewish people. So, without further ado, let the celebrations begin. Happy 75th anniversary, Israel!
Sing the whole night through. So many friends would like to dance with you. So many songs. Life is just beginning. We meet again, together, me and you.
ושוב איתכם ושוב איתכם, ושלום עליכם ועלינו על כולנו. ושוב איתכם ושוב איתכם, אנחנו שלכם וכל השירים שלנו. ושוב איתכם ושוב איתכם, ושלום עליכם ועלינו על כולנו. ושוב איתכם ושוב איתכם, אנחנו שלכם וכל השירים שלנו.
אור ותכלת בשמיים ויורד לפתע יום, עננים הופכים למים, קשת עולה במרום.
שלל גוונים ואור שמיים הצובעים את העולם, ויפה הוא שבעתיים ומחייך לכולם.
עולה עולה לשיר ביחד כשהשמחה בלב פורחת. עולה עולה לשיר ביחד גדול וקטן כמו קשת בענן. Tell me the storm is gone forever. Tell me there's no thunder in tonight. Tell me I can leave my door wide open. Come my friend, I welcome you inside. Come my friend, I welcome you inside. Come along my friend, come along and hold my hand. Love is all we need today to understand. Come, there's a chance today to make a move to change our ways. Let our hearts unite together, let's sing and pray. Come, there's a chance today to make a move to change our ways. Let our hearts unite together, let's sing and pray. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, 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 shalom. הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום, שלום.
Wow, that was beautiful. Who knew they could defend our country and harmonize? Very impressive. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited to share with you a message from President Isaac Herzog, the President of the State of Israel, a true beacon of hope and inspiration for all those who value freedom and democracy, and a very special friend of Israel Bonds. Take it away, Mr. President.
Shalom, dear friends, from the President's residence in Jerusalem. 75 years of Jewish independence in the State of Israel, and the remarkable contribution of Israel Bonds to this unfolding story of our peoplehood. I'd like to open by acknowledging the human element behind the striking headlines and the impressive figures. Howard Goldstein, chairman of the U.S. international boards, and Dani Naveh, Israel's Bonds president and CEO. I personally thank you both for your leadership. Israel Bonds is something of a family story for us. Both my late father, Israel's sixth president, Chaim Herzog, and my late uncle, Abba Eban, the legendary Israeli diplomat who was then Israel's ambassador to Washington, were amongst the strongest advocates during the earliest formative days of the organization. Actually, Abba Eban was the one who founded the organization. Like David Ben-Gurion and other visionaries in the United States and Israel, they recognized with an almost prophetic intuition that Israel Bonds would be a primary tool for translating the faith and love of the Jewish people around the world into a sustainable financial infrastructure for the tiny emerging country that was then Israel. A lot has changed over 72 years. The markets have grown and matured. Israel itself has grown dramatically into a vibrant powerhouse of creativity and achievement which holds together Jewish life and brings innovation and progress to all corners of the earth. But we must never forget that none of this was a given. So, dear friends, no matter what the current moment holds, let us not underestimate the power of our love, of our commitment to one another, our faith to forge new realities and make it a better world for us all. I thank you for supporting Israel. I thank Israel Bonds. Toda Rabah.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your warm wishes and inspiring words. And now we have another special treat. We are proud to present the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, with a special message to us all.
Greetings from Jerusalem to all of you. Israel Bonds has played a very important role over the years to help the State of Israel. It's helped make the State of Israel what it is today, which is an economic powerhouse, a modern, vibrant, robust society. Not free of problems, as you know, but we know how to sort our problems out. What we've done is transform Israel through a free market revolution into one of the most advanced economies on earth. When you invest in Israel Bonds, it's a safe investment, and you know that. But in my opinion, it's not merely an economic investment. It's investment in our common bond. And that is what Israel Bonds is so important for. It allows us to keep a network of committed people, committed to the State of Israel, to the one and only Jewish state, to our common future. And I want to salute all of you, Jews and non-Jews alike, who understand that the future of Israel is intertwined with the future of the free world and our common civilization. We face big odds, big challenges with Iran, first and foremost, and we're committed to preventing Iran from getting nuclear weapons. But we also face wonderful opportunities. The Abraham Accords expanded the peace to another 4 Arab states. We expect to expand it even further and end the Arab-Israeli conflict with the combination of Israeli technology, Israeli power, and our ability to forge a common future with our Arab neighbors. I look forward to many more years of cooperation with our friends, with you, strengthening our common Israel bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister Netanyahu. You know, in Israel, the most intense missions are carried out by exceptional, brave men and women who will stop at nothing to defend and protect our Jewish state and the people every day. This is an amazing, heartwarming story that I really want you all to watch. There's a man by the name of Saba Mika. He's a Holocaust survivor and an IDF Navy veteran. And his grandson, Captain Itai, who is currently serving in Israel's Navy, their story just is the epitome of Lador Vador from generation to generation. It is truly amazing and inspiring. Take a look.
I'm Itai, a ship's captain in the Israeli Navy and commander of advanced training program of future commanders of the Israeli Navy. We make them more prepared for the challenges of tomorrow in leadership and operational tension in Gaza Strip, Lebanon, and Eilat region. In our program, we train the deputies commanders of patrol battleships, the chief engineers, the skipper tugboats commanders, and small border patrol commanders. We make them the best leaders they ever could be. My greatest inspiration to join the Israeli Navy is my grandfather, 84 years old, Saba Mika, a veteran of the Israeli Navy, and he's the main reason why I wanted so much to join the Naval Academy and become a ship's captain.
I was born in a small town called Belz in Moldova of today. In 1938, in 1941, the Germans occupied the territory and we were deported to Transnistria, the concentration camp. I lost my mother in the concentration camp and only my father and me were left.
Major Mihail Minor dedicated more than 12 years to serving his country as a naval officer. During his time in service, he played a leading role in developing the technological capabilities of the Israeli Navy.
The first war that I participated was the 6 Days War. In Yom Kippur War, I was already retired, but they took me back to service and I was in charge as an electronic engineer for all the Sinai occupied by IDF. I left Europe and came to Israel almost without nothing. After 9 years, even less, I was sent back to Europe as a representative of the Navy of Israel, what is very special for me.
Saba is very modest. He took part in dozens of operations and upon retiring from the Israeli Navy, continued working in Israeli defense industries and received prizes that we cannot discuss. My grandfather's generation helped build the IDF. Now it's our turn, our responsibility and our shift to keep Israel safe and the IDF as strong as we possibly can. Looking at Saba, I promised to myself that the Holocaust will never happen again and the IDF will stay strong.
I'm very proud of you, my dear Itai.
As you just saw, this is one of many powerful, powerful stories of bravery. The Israeli spirit cannot be broken, and the will to preserve remains limitless. And now, let me just say this. We all know that Israel has emerged as a hub for cutting-edge technology and innovation, startup nation, the whole thing, as an ecosystem that fosters creativity, collaboration, and entrepreneurship. From cybersecurity to AI, Israeli companies are at the forefront of some of the most important technological advances of our time.
Unicorns do exist, but maybe not the kind you're thinking of. My name is India, and today you are about to get a special look into the land of unicorns. A unicorn startup is a privately held startup that is valued at over $1 billion. Israel is known for being the startup nation. You might even recognize a few former Israeli unicorns, including Fiverr, Wix, and Waze. And Israel has the most unicorns per capita in the world, making Israel the land of unicorns. This is impressive because Israel is a tiny country compared to the US or China, who are also big players in the startup world. On average, 90% of startups fail. So it is extremely rare for startups to even join the $1 billion club. That's why these kind of companies get the title unicorn. There are over 600 of them in the world, and over 60 were founded by Israelis. Some of Israel's elite tech unicorns include Moonactive, a mobile game startup, Git, an app-based transportation service, Lightricks, a company that makes content creation apps like Facetune, or Forder, an e-commerce fraud protection company. But what does it take to create one?
Hi, my name is Liron Damri. I'm the president and co-founder of the Israeli unicorn Forder. To create a unicorn, you have to have a rare combination of a very good execution and a very strong vision that looks into the long term. If you want to get far, you have to look far.
And the Israel unicorn phenomenon may have an explanation.
I think Israelis are having the unique combination of chutzpah and vision. It's always good. A unicorn is a great responsibility because you know that you carry a ton of value for your customers every day, for your employees, and for the country.
If you are hoping to build a billion-dollar business, here is a little advice.
Mentorship allows you to skip some of the mistakes. You will keep doing mistakes, but at least some of them will be saved through listening to others' experiences.
Unicorns are a powerful force. They provide services to us that we never had before. They create jobs, and they push humanity to be more innovative. Now that startups are scaling up, we are seeing more and more Israeli unicorns. This is proof that no matter how big or small your country may be, great things can come from it. So who knows, maybe your own billion-dollar idea could turn into one of these. This is the Unicorn Nation.
This is Inside Israel.
Now, here to emphasize the global impact of Israel, I introduce you to my good friend, Mr. Howard L. Goldstein, Israel Bonds National and International Board Chairman. Take it away, Howard.
Thank you, Elon. Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to celebrate Israel's 75th year of independence and freedom with all of you. As someone who has supported Israel and Israel Bonds for over 4 decades, I am filled with pride and gratitude to be part of the global community that celebrates the remarkable achievements of our beloved nation. Over the past 75 years, Israel has overcome incredible challenges to become a beacon of hope and progress, and I am honored to have played a small part in its success. As the chairman of Israel Bonds National and International Boards, I am amazed at the level of profound support for Israel's future that stems from our Jewish community. All of you, thousands of proud, committed investors that share the goal of perpetuating the prosperity of our Jewish homeland, each with a unique story to tell, have made Israel the strong nation that it is today through investments in our Israel Bonds. Throughout our 72 years of existence, Israel Bonds remains firm in our focus of uniting, not dividing, the Jewish community and enhancing Israel's economic position on a global scale. Tonight, we rejoice in admiration of the success of our remarkable nation and express immense appreciation to each and every one of you, our Israel Bond investors, our supporters, and our mishpucha, for sustaining Israel's future and keeping our traditions and one Jewish nation alive and well. Am Israel Chai.
Thank you, Howard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome another good buddy of mine, Dani Nave, President and CEO of Israel Bonds. Take it away, Dani.
Thank you, Elon. One of the most exciting memories from my childhood is from Yom HaAtzmaut in May of 1968, walking the streets of Jerusalem for the first time to the Kotel, the Western Wall. Only a year before, we were sitting terrified in shelters and felt that the existence of Israel is in great danger. Thank God, the IDF achieved a great victory. And today, as we celebrate Israel's 75th anniversary, we must not forget what the Kotel symbolizes. The future of the state of Israel cannot be taken for granted. We must continue supporting our Jewish homeland. My dear friends, what makes Israel Bonds so unique in supporting Israel is that our investors comprise a vast spectrum of backgrounds, observant and secular, people from all political opinions and nationalities. During the years, we all have come together with only one focus in mind: the faster investment in support of Israel and its people. Today, we salute all people whom we owe thanks to, as the state of Israel became a strong and prosperous country. Each one of you, Israel Bonds investors who invested altogether more than $48 billion worldwide, has a part in this. And we will never lose our 2,000-year-old determination to support the dream which became a reality of being a free people in our beloved land of Israel, the land of Zion and Jerusalem. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. Happy 75th anniversary, Israel.
Thank you, Donnie. And now we'd like to pay tribute to 11 outstanding Israel Bond leaders in communities throughout the United States who have dedicated their lives to support the state of Israel and its people. They exemplify the true meaning of being an Israel Bonds leader of distinction. Please join me in saluting their profound impact. Take a look.
In celebration of Israel's 75th anniversary, we're proud to join together and honor these extraordinary Israel Bonds leaders. Mr. and Mrs. Harvey and Paula Allen from Newton, Massachusetts. Former chairman of Israel Bonds New England, Harvey is president and CEO of M.S. Walker Incorporated, liquor and wine wholesaler and manufacturer. Paula is a former VP of Adrian's Custom Drapery business, where she worked for over 25 years. Mr. Jerry L. Cohen from New York, New York, is a past Israel Bonds Real Estate and Allied Industries Division honoree and a past partner and president of the New Jersey Nets. Mr. Stephen B. Cohen from Essex Fells, New Jersey, is Israel Bonds New York Real Estate Division Vice Chairman with over 35 years of real estate experience as a broker, developer, and advisor. Stephen also devotes his time to several charitable causes. Mr. Barry Feldman from Cleveland, Ohio. Barry serves on the Israel Bonds Cleveland Campaign Advisory Council and the Jewish Federation of Cleveland, where he chairs the St. Petersburg Subcommittee. Mr. and Mrs. Adrian and Eileen Grant from Atlanta, Georgia. Adrian has served on the Israel Bonds National Board for the past 15 years and is a previous chairman of the Atlanta Israel Bonds Council. Adrian is a partner in the CPA and advisory firm of Carr, Riggs & Ingram, and Eileen is a retired college math professor. Mr. and Mrs. Uri and Sharon Sassone find unlimited time for involvement in the Jewish world. Sharon serves on the Women's Division National Council. Uri is most proud of his establishment of the Holocaust Museum in Suffern, New York. Ms. Laura S. Stein from Beverly Hills, California, is on the Israel Bonds National Board of Directors and is the immediate past chair of the Los Angeles Women's Division. Mr. Norman Taplin from West Palm Beach, Florida, is an Israel Bonds National Campaign Advisory Council member and has served on the Georgia Hurricane Mitigation Board. With your leadership, you have lifted us to new heights. We applaud your commitment and dedication to Israel and Israel Bonds.
Wow, what an incredible group of people. And I gotta say, it makes me proud to see other American Jews stand up and support Israel and Israel Bonds. Great work, everybody. So, now we have another example of Lador Vador, this time 3 generations. That's right. Honorees Jerry Cohen and Stephen Cohen are father and son. And Stephen's son's Micah Cohen, Israel Bonds Director of New Leadership Division. So Stephen and Micah are here with me to talk about the importance of activism within our Jewish community. Stephen, let me start with you. As someone who's been involved with Israel Bonds for many years, what core values do you believe are important for future generations to observe? And how does your support for Israel with Israel Bonds reflect those values?
Hi, Elon. Thank you for the question. Continuity is an important value. Dor Vador, generation to generation, being an important link in the chain, just as my father, Jerry, has been to me, and my son, Micah, is to me as well.
Okay, and now over to Micah. Micah, how did it feel to see your father and grandfather both being honored by an organization that you work with?
I felt a sense of deep emotional joy to see both my father and grandfather honored. For decades now, Israel Bonds has been part of my family and something that both my father and grandfather have consistently kept close to their hearts. Seeing both of them honored strengthened my resolve to continue my mission here at Israel Bonds as National Director of New Leadership and transmit the idea of Israel Bonds to the next generation.
And Stephen, what are your personal aspirations for Israel in the next 10, 20, 50 years? And how do you see yourself playing a role in that future?
Being old enough to remember the Six-Day War, the Yom Kippur War, the 50th anniversary, now being here for the 75th, I hope to be here for the 100th anniversary. And I'm looking forward to mentoring younger leaders, just as previous leaders have mentored me.
The Cohen family is an inspiring example of what it means to teach our generations the importance of contributing to Israel's future through dedicated leadership. Thank you both, and big Yasher Koach. Together, we can make a difference. And now with that, it's the perfect time to listen to Biyachad, Together, by the IDF Ensemble. Take it away.
שורשינו יעמיקו סלע כמו ארזים בהר עוד נדע ימים טובים מאלה עוד נמתיק מימיו של ים המלח כשדה ירוק אחר השלג אלה שבלב נגמר יחד כל הדרך יחד לא אחרת יד ביד נושיט אותו שעוד יבוא לא יבוא יחד כל הדרך יחד לא
And now we'd like to share a remarkable and heroic story about a very, very brave soldier. I actually had the honor of meeting this young lady, and she will inspire you the way she inspired me. What she went through, just the most terrifying and unimaginable situation, and how she persevered and got through it with such incredible courage. Well, just don't listen to me. Listen to her story.
Magav is Israel's border police. Aside from securing Israel's borders, we assist the IDF with counterterrorism and law enforcement operations in the West Bank and in Jerusalem. Our unit patrols the old city of Jerusalem, securing the holiest sites for Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Millions of tourists visit these sites every year. Our mission is to ensure freedom of worship for all. Despite our efforts, unfortunately the calmness here can change at any second with terrorist activity that can threaten the lives of civilians and sometimes even our soldiers. On November 17, 2021, 2 of our soldiers were doing a routine patrol in the Old City and were suddenly attacked. On this busy street, the terrorists attacked Avio from behind, and without a second of hesitation, his partner, Sergeant Nirova, jumped on the terrorist.
It was so quick I didn't realize the terrorist had a knife. I jumped on him and he stabbed me over and over again. I fought him with my hands for 2 minutes trying to get him on the floor and take away his weapon.
After Neora's intense fight, Avior was eventually able to shoot and neutralize the terrorist.
I see that I'm bleeding from my head and my hands.
Medics came to the scene and performed life-saving treatment for both of the soldiers, who were then evacuated to hospitals.
הגעתי לבית חולים, כשהיא יצאה מהחדר ניתוח, ראינו אותה כולה דם, חבולה, תפרים בראש, תפרים ביד, חבושה. קשה לראות את הבת בצורה כזאת, במצב מאוד זה. אצל הכירורג, שהוא ראה את הפציעה בראש, אז הוא אמר לה במפורש שיש לה מזל גדול שהחתך הוא לא נמצא מילימטר קדימה, כי אז היא הייתה משותקת בחצי פנים. מודים לקדוש ברוך הוא שהיא כאן איתנו, למרות הפציעה שלה, למרות הקושי, למרות חצי שנה שהיא הייתה בשיקום בבית.
The highest-ranking officers in Magav presented her with an Itul Mufet, a medal of distinguished service.
סמל שני נהורה אברהמי, משרתת במג"ב ירושלים.
She was the only woman to receive an award in this ceremony, honoring excellence.
Honestly, I reacted in the way I was trained. I don't think there is any difference between being a man or a woman when it comes to protecting Israel.
It's also remarkable that after a year of intense rehab, Neora insisted she wanted to return to duty.
Even though I faced a difficult situation, I am a fighter, and I'm proud to serve the idea.
Wow, just amazing. Sergeant Nehora, on behalf of myself, the Jewish people, the state of Israel, and all of humanity, I commend you for your bravery and salute you. Thank you for your service.
וגם פחות, וביניהם תשובה לכל השאלות.
יש אלוהים אחד גדול, הוא בעולם הזה נותן לנו הכל, בין אפלה לקרנו, את הנתיב אנחנו רק צריכים לבחור. וזה ידוע, חיים הם מתנה, הכל צפוי והרשות נתונה.
And now I'd like to introduce Israel Bond's National Campaign Advisory Council Chair, Larry Alschwanger, coming to us from Dallas as he shares what it means to him to mark Israel's 75th anniversary with Israel Bond's global community. Larry?
Good evening, friends and supporters of Israel Bonds. I'm delighted to commemorate Israel's 75th anniversary alongside you and your families and celebrate all of you, investors and supporters of our esteemed organization. As chair of Israel Bond's National Campaign Advisory Council, I take great pride in the responsibility of sharing with you the need to perpetuate the future of the Jewish state. A proliferating nation, indeed it is, yet our beloved homeland's growth and sustainability is not guaranteed without our continued support through the investments of Israel Bonds. In recent times, we've witnessed the vulnerability of our Jewish nation and people. By investing in Israel Bonds, you are making a strong statement. You promote Israel's vast potential while aspiring to fulfill the promise that Ben-Gurion and the founders of Israel set forth on the Jewish people more than 7.5 decades ago. To all of you, I instill in you the confidence that we together can build on the success story Israel has miraculously achieved thus far through endurance, perseverance, and a great will to establish a flourishing nation our future generations can prosper in. Thank you, and thanks to all of our IDF's brave soldiers. I salute you and commend you on your heroism. Yom HaAtzmaut Sameach, Israel.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kathy Distelberger, chairperson of National Women's Division for Israel Bonds, and it's an honor to celebrate Israel's Independence Day with all of you, cherished friends and supporters of our beloved homeland and investors of Israel Bonds. This is a very special occasion commemorating 75 years of extraordinary achievement, determination, and resilience of our Jewish nation and its people. In this most befitting moment, I call on all of you to join me in recognizing the profound dedication of our modern-day heroes, our IDF service members, and especially our women soldiers, committed to safeguarding our nation. As we witnessed in the story of Sergeant Nahora, Israel's bravest are serving on the front lines, yet have unconditional devotion to the nation they call home. In the same spirit, I encourage all of you to strengthen your connection with the Jewish state. Support Israel Bonds and demonstrate your unwavering endorsement, even when Israel faces adverse circumstances. Israel needs your support in good times and in bad. Your advocacy is essential in ensuring the legacy of Israel Bonds. Our women's division and female leaders and a thriving Israeli economy and future. For over 72 years, Israel Bonds has played a central role in the evolution of the modern Jewish state. I would like to extend gratitude to all of you for enabling Israel Bonds to persevere in its mission and continuing to invest in our heritage, our traditions, and our one Jewish homeland. Thank you all, and happy anniversary, Israel.
As you can all see, each one of us is responsible for doing our part in shaping Israel's future. And now, in our last segment, we have a little treat for you. These are birthday wishes for Israel's 75th anniversary from our Israel Bonds family across the United States. Take a look.
Happy 75th, Israel. And thank you, Israel Bonds, for making Israel economically strong.
Happy birthday, Yom Huledet Sameach.
From our family to our beloved state of Israel, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, happy Yom HaAtzmaut. Thank you for this historic day.
Happy birthday, Israel.
We love you from the Seagulls in Philly.
Happy birthday, Israel.
Here's to the next 75 and beyond. L'chaim.
And we hope there's many, many more anniversaries to come.
Happy Independence Day.
Yom HaAtzmaut Sameach from Ein Hod, Israel.
I hope you all get a chance to celebrate Israel's upcoming 75th anniversary.
Happy 75th anniversary, Israel.
To the amazing country of Israel and your fantastic people,
Happy 75th birthday.
On behalf of our Baltimore, Buffalo, and Rochester communities,
happy 75th anniversary
to our beloved state of Israel as we celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut.
Am Yisrael Chai.
We thank you and express our gratitude by supporting various Jewish organizations and the State of Israel bonds.
Happy 75th birthday. Best wishes to the State of Israel on your Independence Day.
Yom Huledet Sameach Israel.
יום עצמאות שמח לעדי עד במדינת ישראל, ואין לנו ארץ אחרת.
Happy birthday, Israel, forever and ever. Am Yisrael Chai.
3,000 years old and 75 years young.
Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday, Israel!
Well, that's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us to celebrate Israel's 75th big anniversary. We hope you enjoyed our little virtual spectacular event. We wish you all a very happy Israel Independence Day to you and your families. From Israel Bonds to all of you. Good night.